money, they'll come back here. They do nothing to prepare themselves. Young brothers think, I am a gift to women. I'm a young brother. I'm handsome. I look good. All the girls tell me how good I look. And whenever they get around me, I bat my eyes at them. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, the girls start giving me what I want. And see, that's why I know I ain't coming back here, because the girls take good care of me. That's how I'm rolling with the girls. Yeah, with the girls are going to take good care of me, right? But just like you rolling like that, watch this. Somebody else, wait a minute, Mac Julian and them, yeah, they come pulling up, with some stuff you ain't never seen, right? They got a conversation like you ain't never had, right? And then since you wean your woman on appreciating those things about men, you prepare her for somebody who really got it and not for your good talking self. Oh, that's good too. And in the meantime, you don't really realize, listen to this. You was all the time preparing her not to love you for who you were, but to be attracted to the things that you see. And men are attracted by what they see. So if we give our woman an appetite for what I see, then my woman's going to go after with all of her goods the appetite for what I see. And if somebody else got what I see, she's going to go after that. Huh? Y'all clap kind of weak. You know why? You know why? Because you wish you would have heard this about 10 years ago. Then you would still have it. You wouldn't have to be listening to the Johnny Taylor record. It's cheaper to keep up. It's so cheaper to keep up. So where is that girl gone? She was a good girl. She told me all the nice things about myself. None of them was true because I was building myself up on a falsehood. I wasn't stepping into my manpower. I didn't know who I was. That's the reason why this class is called the personal development class. That's why we can't develop you if you don't know who you are as a person. That's why the 5 parts of self begin to expose you to yourself. If you were living a life, you thought the life you were living was okay, but you didn't know about yourself. Don't you know I'm looking straight in your face? I see everything, but you can't see yourself. I can see you, but you can't see yourself. All you can see is me, but I see you. I see the lines. I see the crevice. I see the stress. I see all of that stuff that you don't see in yourself. This whole concept has got in its very nature and core this ability to put itself up to you like a mirror. And then add 4 kinds of people in there. And then you can look at yourself that you can't see. Somebody in here, their homework, you're going to get back today. I'm sorry I'm being so late with it. I got my hands full with a lot of stuff, but I'm going to do better next week and have everything back at one time. My goodness, I claim that. But within the context of this, I'm going to tell you, somebody was saying, you know what, I'm a subtractor. Yeah, I'm a subtractor. That's who I am, and I'm a manipulator. And I subtract and I manipulate people. And I didn't even know I was doing it. I didn't know I was a subtractor. I didn't know I was a manipulator. And my wife said last week, if you were here, my wife said this. Let me share this with you, my brother. My wife said, look, it only took you 30 seconds. Did anybody take a note on that? Say 30 seconds. 30 seconds. My wife said it only took you 30 seconds to get 30 years. Say 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Now, it didn't happen in 30 seconds. It happened over a period of time. Over a period of years. Something happened to you. And over a period of time, you arrive at these critical 30 seconds. y'all got together, some of y'all don't know this. You got with that woman when y'all were in high school. Y'all were young. And she saw you as your dreams. She saw you talking about what you wanted from you. And then, but in the context, she couldn't see your pain. She didn't see your past. She didn't see what you went through. Because we hide that. Men hide that stuff. Right? We don't say what kind of pain we're in. And every now and then I go off. I spin up everything. You don't announce that to your woman. Say, you know, I was driving, but I smoked up my car and my house and everything. I'm trying to get with you, but I need to stay with you. Some of y'all want to get out of here and the road to stay with your woman. And if you're not married, I'm going to tell you, that's wrong. Don't do it. I'm just going to tell you about me. This is just me. I'm only talking for myself. I stay in the halfway house gladly before I moved in with a woman who I had. I moved in the halfway house until I had money enough for my own apartment. And then my own apartment, if that was still my woman and my girlfriend, she could come over my house and see me. And she could stay 2 days. But then, we could have dinner. Say dinner.
Dinner.
We could play old school records. Say old school records.
Old school records.
We could do it for 2 days.
2 days.
Say 2 days.
2 days.
But after that, see ya. It's not because I'm meek that will be mean. It's because I'm starting to put value and premium on me. And that's the thing that men don't know how to do. We don't place any value on ourselves. We don't place any premium on who I am. You're valuing everything she got. She got good credit, she got a good job, she got a good education, and you still a street guy. And then somehow in your mind, wait a minute, look at me now. Somehow in your mind, you think that the lady with an education, her own car, her own money, and her own job, moving around in social circles, is going to keep putting up with your street behavior, all that slang you talking, all that he says, she says stuff, and all that drama that goes along with it. You think she's going to put up with that? If you're coming home to check into that situation, she got a time clock already up there, and she's giving you just so much time to prove. Say prove. Prove. Oh, you ought to say that loud. Prove. Say prove. Prove. She's giving you so much time to prove that you're not the exact same jackass you were just a short time ago. As soon as you hit that door, she hits the button. And she's looking too. Look. Where you say you're going? Huh? What time you say you're coming back? She's looking. And if you say you're coming back at 8, and you come back home at 8 in the morning, she got the box. She checked the box. You get 3 or 4 of them checks, guess what? She'll call you PO too. And she'll justify the chat by saying, look, I just want to make sure you don't do that stuff that you did to me to nobody else. Take your behind back to jail. Do not pass go. Do go directly to jail, and do not collect no $200. See, a woman respects a man who values himself. Listen to this, Kenneth. Who values himself well enough to have his own. Oh, them that's not shall do. Them that's not shall do. Though the Bible say, and it still is you. Mama may have. And Papa may have. Wait, I like how she said this part. Papa may have. But God bless the
Child.
God bless the
Child.
God bless the
Child.
who's got his own. That's God is huh? You just have to meet the man. Hey, say man pop.
Man pop.
Hey, you got some man in the house. I ain't ashamed to say it. I know what I am. Woo! I ain't scared. I ain't afraid. Straight up. Oh. Manpower, you take it. You take it. You take it. You take it. See? Turn the lights on. Not just my light. Your light. You got you. Your light. Your light. Your light. Amazing. I'm so happy that one of my guys came on the line. You know, I don't even know how to do some stuff in life. I know y'all think I only do stuff up here. And I love y'all too. One thing I do. But I got a group of live too. One of my main guys came on the line for 14 years. He called me yesterday. He was with Vince and Brett. Remember Vince?
Yeah.
And then Vince, he called me. Pop, I got somebody to talk. I got somebody you don't want to talk to, Pop. I said, what is that? Gave him my guy. Hands out. It's a bright light. Bright light. So see, what's happening is that the young 17-year-olds who hurt that mother and their son, listen, they were crying in court, crying and bawling like babies, crying, not having even a conception of what they actually did. But the 30 seconds, they were just whining like babies, man. I'm talking about just whining. It was all strapped up, and they're just these 17-year-old kids. If you look at them, man, you look like an old man to me. Some young-looking boys. Young-looking boys, 17 years old. This is my question, man. Somebody got to be some fathers to them. We need some social fathers. Say social fathers.
Social fathers.
Social fathers are fathers. They may not be biological, but they're in your socialization process. There are men who can step up. There's that one brother, that tall brother, who's normally right here in this chair, right around here. Tall, brown skin, got the narrow. Yes. Where's he at? Huh? Just say it. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's all. Just check it. But Sunday, it just hit me. I'm sorry. What was I just saying before that? Social father. That's an important topic, Chad. I'm glad you do it. Social fathers is where, like the elephants. I just read a few of the papers about what y'all had. Y'all talked about the elephants. Man, but the few papers I read, man, y'all was knocking me out, man. Because it showed me that she was getting it. And it was so clear, man, it was so clear for some of y'all to see what happened to these male elephants when the bulls were shot. And somebody equated this, I love this analysis. Somebody equated the bulls being shot to them being locked up, right? And just away from society, and then these young men raising themselves. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I didn't touch on it. I said I forgot something, and not now. I don't know what it was. What it was when we was doing that vigil, and we was out here with the families, and everybody's crying like that. I didn't want to. I had trepidation in my heart because I don't want to cry with them. And in some ways, you know how that, there's conflict there. I understood the hurt, but I've been doing this stuff since the 90s, and I haven't cried up all my tears. I ain't got no more tears for this stuff. I want to take action. I want to take some action. I just don't want to be crying about some stuff all the time. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, that's some hurt stuff. Matter of fact, then some stuff happened to me yesterday. Let me tell you what it was. I was watching this movie called Cornbread Earl and Me.
Yeah.
And it's a movie from 19 around. And I was screening this movie, Cornbread Earl and Me. It's about Jamal Wilkes, who used to play for the Lakers, was playing a basketball player, and he's getting ready to go to college, and he's getting ready to do all of these things. Oh my goodness, he's getting ready to do all these things. His family loves him. He's a good man in the community and all of this and that. He's got on a little gray hoodie, interestingly enough, and so he's leaving his pop shop with some kids in the rain, and the police in the meantime are chasing another guy in a gray hoodie in the rain. And it just so happens that coincidentally, at the time and place, the two guys cross. And so the police mistakenly think that Cornbread is the guy, and they open fire on him and shoot him through his heart. Now, I wasn't thinking about, I forgot that all this happened in the movie, and then all of a sudden I found myself welling up and wanting to cry about what I just saw in the movie, and then I realized it wasn't the movie I was crying about, it was the killing of the two by the 17-year-olds, and I didn't have no tears for it at the second when everybody was up there crying. Not that I didn't have the compassion, say compassion. But in the context of it, my greater issue is to respond with some activity or behavior that's going to come against this stuff. Not just sitting up and pissing and moaning, not just saying, I'm talking to y'all now, you know what I'm saying? And so this is what I said. I said, now, all of the men who are here, out in the street, there's about 200, 300 men, about 200, 300 people, and about 75 men, 80 men. So I tell all the men out there on the street, shout back. I just want to hear you. I want to see you. So then the men, man, see, listen to this. Men are wired. The imago Dei is there. And when I tap into it the way I tap into it, I'm shooting straight through to the thing that the one who created, the thinker of the thought, who created it all, has wired into us. And so when I shoot it in there like that, the men come out of their condition or their situation and respond correctly. And then I tell all the men, this is on us. I say, now turn around and find a young person, all kind of white children, all kind of black children, all kind of Asian children, all kind of everybody in the street. And I say, turn around and find a child. Don't make no difference what color they are. Don't make no difference if you know them or not. Find a child and go say something important to them right now. This is on the street, on 36th and First. Man, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing, brother. And you know what? The news, every news camera was there. Man, the news cameras went off into those discussions, just trying to look and see. As social fatherhood, that's what I'm connecting this to. As social fatherhood was taking place on the streets. I heard they showed a portion of it on the news. I was too busy, I didn't get a chance to see the news. I heard that though from other people who always call and tell my life or something like that. I see you with XYZ. But they didn't show any of that, I know. They showed the manpower stuff. But they didn't show the social poverty piece. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because the media has now been trained through our 20% lifestyle. We have trained the media through our environmental violence to only respond to that. And so when the social poverty was taking place, that's out of the 80%. Listen to this. That wasn't newsworthy. That wasn't newsworthy. See what I'm saying? And within the context of that, right? The piece that we should have been focusing on, we missed, and the piece that we you know, that's no longer the piece that for us to focus on. We play that up. And within playing that up, all it does is suggest to the young ones who are coming up, this is who you are. There's no sense that you're trying to be a doctor. Huh? You know, there's no sense of you, Oliver, trying to be a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, which you have all of the skills and tools to do. Now, I know that. But this is saying, there's no sense of you tapping into any of that. Those dreams are false for you. There's no sense of you tapping into any of that. This doesn't belong to you. That's a life for somebody else. You stay in your place, boy. And boy don't have no color on it. That was just another piece to keep us tripping. But anybody who's living in this box, are y'all ready to learn something today?
Yeah.
Well, look, that was the introduction. Hey, can you put your hands together for the introduction? Now, I came here to teach something altogether different. And we got to get back to the class. Some quick things. This right. Thank you, sir. We talked about the debate. Say debate.
Debate.
Interesting reason why I want us to practice this. I was debating with myself whether or not to tell you why I want you to debate before or after the debate. Right? Sometimes it's better when the punchline comes last. Sometimes it's important to set it up where the punchline comes. Let me tell you, last Friday after I left here, I was a speaker over at the retirement ceremony for the assistant warden, Lou Stender. You know anybody know Lou?
Yeah.
He's all right. And Lou was instrumental in helping me in this group to support me. And I tell you, Lou was just, she made an impression on my life. She was my friend, and I would do anything she asked me. It's breaking news. That's the impression she made. Because you know what? That girl got y'all's interest in her, and she will do what she needs to do. She will always get things done on time. She just got your interest in her. And she proved that to you. She's going to work with me. I'm on your side. And we're going to get the things we need to get done. We're going to get done. Amen. But say debate.
Debate.
In the United States public school system, social welfare systems, there's plenty of employment in the United States that says that crime, there shouldn't be any crime in the United States because there's plenty of programs in place that, if people want to work, they can work. And there's plenty of other programs to help people. There's soup kitchens, there's churches, there's all kinds of programs in the United States to help people so they don't have to commit crime.
Time. Chandler, step forward. You are arguing the affirmative. Go ahead. To the resolution, crime is necessary to American life.
Yeah, well, I believe crime is necessary in American life because it gives us a class of people who we put in prisons to do the menial labor that we need to do so our country as a whole can move forward. Every country needs a lower class. And so we create this lower class by creating despair in a community, and those people who commit crimes, we lock them up, and we can make money off it.
Time. That was excellent. Come on, brother. Oliver, you're arguing the negative.
Crime is not necessary in America because basically we are the richest country in the world. We have all the resources in the world. If we wanted to, we can give everybody in the world the opportunities they need, to stop them from committing crimes. Right now, we don't have a situation where everybody's, equal footing. Everybody doesn't have access to jobs. Everybody doesn't have access to making a certain amount of money, take care of their family, things like that. So a lot of people turn to crime because, out of necessity.
That's excellent. Now, y'all starting to get what I'm saying? Give me a hand. And but here's the deal. Now that you know you're arguing the affirmative, this week I want you to be looking around. This week I want you to be looking around and exploring why crime is not necessary in America. You're going to be exploring why you think crime is necessary, and you got to take a lot of different approaches. Right? Think about your families. Think about yourself. You got some good examples in this context. Then what we're going to do when we're ready, I'm also going to send up some articles to Ruth. Ruth could actually help you too with some articles on this subject. But I'm going to send up some articles that I just think are good. And then next week in class, we're going to spend some time with the articles in reading, thinking, sharing information to just start to know each other, starting to get to know one another. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to come out with 4 individuals just like you see right now from each group, 2 from each group, right? And I want my groups to be diverse, right? And so that we're going to have 4 individuals who argue on behalf of the group. So you want your group to be diverse, that's my first priority. My second priority is that you want your group to be able. Say able. Able. It's just like an attorney. This guy is arguing your side of the argument. So you want to select somebody, you might not necessarily like the person, that's not the issue. You want to select somebody who's going to be able to argue your point in a way that wins the argument. Because the point is to be able to win the argument. Listen to me, not to blow up off the handle and go to the hole. That's not the point. You lost that argument. You can have an argument, but you have to know how to do it, how to present it, so that you don't scare off your hearer. You have to pose your thinking in a way, listen to this, I can say, frankly, I think that some of the behavior that has been utilized to penalize offenders hasn't always been as consistent as it needs to be. The truth of the matter is, within the context of the lack of consistency, there is no standard that can be followed. And therefore, there's confusion. Within the context of that confusion, we struggle from day to day to get through to where we really want to be with one another. That's the same argument as if I said, hey man, why did you do that to me and you didn't do it to him? I saw he did the same thing, but you didn't do X, Y, Z. Blah, blah. But you're in the 20% side, I'm in the side. And what I'm trying to share with you and help you explore in the context of your thinking, say thank you, is that you have to be skillful, say skillful, in presenting your argument. My argument? In a good way. In a presentable way. It's a debate, not war. You got to be able to represent. Right? And that you don't get that by not rehearsing. You have to practice. If you want to be good, if you want to run the ball, you have to practice. If you want to shoot the ball, you have to practice. But if you're not going to run the ball for the money, and you're not the ball for the money, then you better practice on something else that you can use to still get you. That will cause you to be able to handle yourself in social situations. Here's one of the struggles that I had. You're on your job. And your so-called boss, I don't like that word boss. I hate when people use it, but I listen to them, whatever, and I don't always go off about it, but I'm going off about it right now. I don't like that word. But your supervisor, or whoever he is, he's coming from the same coming out of his environmental box. He's coming from his situation. He's judging you by what he saw on TV. You're not you. You're the brother I saw on TV who did all that crazy stuff. And so I got that crazy stuff in my mind, not you. And so what I say to you is what I might say to the crazy guy I saw on TV, but not you. I got you in front of my face, but I say the crazy thing to you. But now you know this is a situation that can be detrimental for you. And just because, and listen to this, just because a guy said something that offends you, who are you? Who are you that you can't get your little feelings hurt without you wanting to put your hands on somebody or go back to this 20% lifestyle? Who are you? Who is the judge?
God is the judge.
And why is he the judge?
Because he decides to win to lose is not my opponent.
And who is your opponent?
He does not exist. He is merely.
And why does your opponent not exist?
He is merely sending voice against the truth that I speak.
Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
Are you the judge?
No.
Is the God the judge?
No.
Is the parole authority the judge?
No.
Is your woman the judge?
No.
Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
Why is he the judge?
He decides to win to lose is not my opponent.
And who is your opponent?
He does not exist.
Wait, listen. Your opponent does not exist. Listen now. Who is your opponent? Your opponent, he never existed. He was never there. Let me answer this. He was never there. He was never there. He was just a voice. Watch this. Who came out of the spirit in the Bible. Wait, y'all want to talk to me, Chad? He was just a voice who came out of the context of that blunt you rolled, and then you struck the fire to. He was just a voice who came out of the context of that baking soda and antifreeze. He was never there. He was a voice, a spirit. Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
By the way, for my classmates, and that's not the movie, that's the word. Just so you know. Everybody stand up. Feel this. If you feel this, feel what I'm saying, repeat after me. Feel it. You're going to have to learn it. If you don't feel it, it's okay. Watch this. Watch this. Woo, woo, woo. My goodness. Who is the judge?
God is the judge.
Good. And why is he the judge?
He decides to win to lose is not my opponent.
And who is your opponent?
He does not exist.
And why does your opponent not exist?
He is mere dissenting voice against the truth that I speak.
Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
Who's your opponent?
He does not exist.
And why does your opponent not even exist?
He is a mere dissenting voice against the truth that I speak.
He's just a mere dissenting voice against the truth that you speak. You speak the truth. It's your truth. You can't let nobody take it from you. It's your truth. It's your truth. Freedom is your truth. Woo! And your opponent is just a voice with no legs and no arms and no power that you don't give it. Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
And why is he the judge?
He decides to win to lose is not my opponent.
Who's your opponent?
He does not exist.
And why does he not exist?
He is a mere dissenting voice against the truth that I
He's
speak.
just a mere dissenting voice against the truth that I speak. Say that.
He is a mere dissenting voice against the truth that I speak.
Say this. He's a mere dissenting voice
He is a mere dissenting voice
against the truth
against the truth
that I speak.
that I speak.
That I speak.
That I speak.
to what I'm telling you, people. If you're bent out of shape about that, then you are bent out of shape about the wrong thing. That is not your opponent. But listen, the dissenting voice has a way of slipping in to the host. It's appearing to have legs and arms, appearing in the form of a person, but he does not exist. He's really just a mere dissenting voice, railing and roaring in your own mind against the truth that you speak. Who's the judge?
God is the judge.
Why is he the judge?
He decides when to lose, not my opponent.
Who is your opponent?
He does not exist.
And why does your opponent not exist?
He's a mere dissenting voice against the truth that I speak.
Ooh, man, that was so powerful. I told you when you started this class for you new ones that you could not be with me for no 10 weeks and leave out of here and be the same person you were when you came in the door. This is week 6. I can tell from the homework assignments and some of the things that I'm reading from you all, you're all starting to dig. You gotta dig. Throw some stuff out that needs to get thrown out. In order for you to be prepared, say prepared.
Prepare.
For your freedom, say freedom.
Freedom.
Liberation, say liberation.
Liberation.
Don't let liberation frighten you. Don't let your freedom frighten you. And don't let the voice that doesn't exist trick you into believing that it does. I want you to listen to this. In this class, you're going to have 2 major homework assignments. You don't have to write anything, just listen. You're going to write a 5-year plan for your life. I'm going to show you the format I want it in based on the assignments I've got in the past. Your 5-year plan, when you hand it in to me, you need to make a copy of it before you do. A couple of people's plans got lost. Either I did it or something happened and I don't know what it was. And I don't want to be responsible for the 5-year plan by myself. I need you to have some accountability with me. So you need to hold that plan as a copy and hand it one to me. 5-year plan, that's going to be due 2 weeks from today. And then you're going to do an evaluation of the class. Say evaluation.
Evaluation.
You're going to do an evaluation of this class. And you're going to use the language. Say the language.
The language.
I want you to use the language of the class. The reason why I want you to use the language because when you learn a new language, then you can speak a new talk. You can think a new thought in the new language. You can't pour the old wine into the new wineskin, or the new wine into the old wineskin. You need a new skin. And this language gives you an ability to identify your behavior and the behavior of others. Who is the judge?
God is the judge.
Why is he the judge?
He decides who wins and loses, not my opponent.
Who is your opponent?
He does not exist.
I see y'all next week.
All right.
If you want to get it, you have to give it and show yourself approved. And within the context of that approval, then you take the limit off your giving. In the 20% lifestyle, your getting is always limited. You can never only go up to 20%. You can be in the 20% lifestyle and only be receiving 5. And you can't ever get any higher than the 20 because once you get as high as the 20, the heat is on, everybody's trying to pull you down, and for long the party is over. A man working at McDonald's, the low end of the 80% lifestyle is living higher than the man who's living at the high end of the 20. Because ain't nobody looking for him, and if he don't take nothing home but a cheeseburger and a fish sandwich, ain't nobody trying to buy him. I'll tell you this, don't let this seed fall by the wayside. Listen to this. Don't let this seed, say seed.
Seed.
Don't let this seed word fall on the stony ground. Mark 4. Woo! Wait a minute now. I didn't say that he did, but listen. But listen to this. Don't let this word, right, fall on the 30% receivership. Wait. Don't let. Say don't let.
Don't let
This word
this word
fall on the
fall on
40%.
the 40%.
Let this word
Let this word
fall on the 100% harvest.
fall on the 100% harvest.
The 100% harvest is you. Congratulations. We